Greetings! Today, finally, we're gonna review one of the most requested game on my channel. It also been the most requested on my Instagram account. It's this game right here, Killer Instinct. Well, yes, it's Snes version. This game originally came out in the arcade in 1994. It was made by, you guessed it, Rareware. Rareware was the company, the British company, responsible to make Battletoads, the Donkey Kong Country series, and many of the most iconic and famous N64 games, which I plan to make a bunch of episodes of those games, but first I need to ask my friend Dylan about it, since he was the majority of them. Anyways, in this kind of review is an honest retrospect of this game right here, so it's gonna be really interesting. And then at the end of the episode, you will see some guy, a friend of mine who dominated this game a lot. You will see, so stay there at the last minute of the video. At the very end, you will see him in action. I don't tell what it is in a photo of him, so you will see it. So why do I think this game a lot? Well, it is like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Donkey Kong Country got together and got a game like this. So you have Blood, Mortal Kombat, memorable characters, Street Fighter. It has 3 other graphics, Donkey Kong Country. So it's 3 in 1 package, sincerely. On the 32 meg cartridge. Yes, 32 mega power cartridge, which is the equivalent of 3 megabytes. Remember, these cards are tiny, sincerely, and compared nowadays, which is considerable. And as I mentioned before, originally came out as an arcade game in 1994 on a Midway standalone arcade cabinet. Yes, the cabinet was made by, and the hardware was made by Midway, the guys behind Mortal Kombat, Total Carnage, and AVGN, and many famous arcades. It is an American company. They made arcades since I will link the date they started. They were known as Valley Midway, and then later known as Midway. Sadly, the company doesn't exist anymore. They bankrupt in 2010, which nowadays is just another company. I'm not gonna talk about Midway. That's another episode entirely. Same with Rareware, sincerely. There's a lot of video about this, sincerely, so I'm not gonna speak it. So they made a collaboration with Rareware and they published by Nintendo. So because Rareware was the second party company, Nintendo bought the 50% of Rareware to be the second party, the second hand company. That's why they got Killer Instinct and the Donkey Kong Country series and the Nintendo 64 games. If it wasn't happened, this game wouldn't exist. So a lot of people love this game a lot, especially the characters. My favorite characters in this game were actually Fulgor, Cinder, and Spino. Spino is an inspiration from the movie Jason and the Argonauts, which one scene the skeleton army was, well, it was from that movie. Cinder, well, he was a human transformed into a flaming dude, and Fulgor is a robot. His techniques are similar to Ryu's Shoryuken, which the same with Jago, the ninja, which I'm gonna talk about a lot of the characters on the video. Well, not much necessarily. So each character, they had their own premise. Also, on this game you can unlock Idol. Yes, the last boss of this game. To unlock him, you need to press left, then L and R, and then I believe was Y, B, X, A. I'm gonna show it in a moment, and the video on the gameplay I will show it in a moment, which is very quickly. The combo breaker, you have to do it on press down and we hear combo gamer. Same with Idol, you say Idol. It's just, back then it was difficult to know the techniques. You had to ask your friend who played this game a lot and know the move list. And that was the early days when internet wasn't that particular advanced. It wasn't until that Game Pack and others came out much later. Just remember, this is the area of the BI area, the rumors area, to me at least. For those Remember, this game came out, the SNS version at least came out in 1995, 1 year after the arcade version. I remember the ads say, well, the arcade version said, available on your home in 1995, only on Nintendo Ultra 64, which eventually is the N64, the Nintendo 64. And no, the original Killer Instinct never came out in 64. It came out on the Super Nintendo. Instead, you have the Killer Instinct Gold, which is actually the second one, which is Killer Instinct 2, which I'll talk about in a future episode. So about this game. So anyways, it was hilarious. But some people get salty about it. And especially the video of Cinemassacre.com by James Rolfe, who makes the AVGN. He's playing about this game, the excitement about it, which I'm gonna leave a link of his channel in the video, so he talk about his opinions of the game. A lot of my friends all the time dominate this game. I'm very casual, I'm not as the master of them, I'm quite casually. I play just for fun, not for competition. But one of my friends, which you see in the video, he dominates this game a lot. One thing to know crazy is the cartridge. It's black compared. Normally most SNS cards are gray, but some like Killer Instinct and Spider-Man Maximum Carnage, they're different. Maximum Carnage was red, in this case, it's black. To make it fair share, this is for mature content, even though it's rated T in the label, which this point on, games were released with the ESRB logo, which is quite obvious. So enough of that, I'm gonna play this game and see how dominant this game is. It's gonna be awesome, sincerely, but don't expect me too much about the fatality moves or the ultimate, because I'm not very good at pulling off. Most of the time I pull the ultras, very rarely. So let's pop this video and see my junior in. Guess what happened next?
Yo lo que voy a hacer es que te la voy a dejar y voy a comprarme una nueva. Para que le vies, voy a comprar una nueva, pero no la voy a prestar. Cuando me piden prestado, dile a Winter. Esa va a quedar para prestar. Ella la va a quedar aquí comunitaria. La otra. Y dependiendo de ahora el hijo de Chamo, hasta el sol de... Toda la cada herramienta me dio que eran 79 piezas. ¿Sí, no? Dice que en un lapso como de 6 meses dio la cada herramienta. Había además una espátula rara que no se usa y donde estoy no digo nada, ¿no? Que yo voy a ir.
No, son de ella, ¿no? Pero así igualito, que así y esta que está, ¿qué papá?
Por eso que yo le cobro aquí todo, porque si él no usa la cabeza, le voy a cobrar también. ¿Sabes? Que si piensa. Te imaginas que con esta idea que la gravedad lo quita. Ella lo dijo de boca, que ciudad hace falta. Y yo digo, bueno, entonces los 5 o 6 años, y yo estaba buscando ahí creo que hay que ir como a 10 o 11 de esos, ¿cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama? De esos, uno va a los registros, ¿cómo se llama? Aquí hay un público ahí, notaría. Aquí notaría como 10 veces. Después poner una vaina en el periódico, cada uno. Esa vaina es líquido, abogado. Y creo que el abogado le lleva el 10%, porque en herencia el abogado lleva el 10%. Si nos hacemos Déjamela toda la semana.
Allá o acá.
¿Ah?
Allá o acá.
Sí, cuidado. Yo mismo me acuerdo que estaba a buscar a mi papá. Esperaba una noche y el otro. La próxima semana, estoy bien con ella. A quemar ropa. Sí, donde ella está, corre buena. Era un platillo volador aquí de pronto. Ahí viene Will.
Ay, ahora que me ve con la salita, viene con la...
I hope you liked the video, sincerely. As I mentioned, very casual, very normal. Some people expect them a lot, but fortunately, not quite yet. Well, not that yet. Oh, and by the way, if you want to see my gameplay, well, a little bit detailed, there's a link down below in the description. My entire Let's Play on this game, if you haven't seen it. Links down below, or click on the icon on the left, on my left side, if you haven't noticed. That's a suggestion, of course. So if you haven't checked it, go watch it. Anyways, this game still lives to the hype. It's still awesome and playable to this day. So if you want a more competitive, I recommend the arcade version. But if you wanted something at home, this is to get this cartridge right here. It is very cheap. It's not that expensive. It's a very common game to find. Plus, it's a very awesome game system in most cases, as a result. So yeah, it is a very special card, I have to say, for the least. Now, I'm gonna leave the video. I'll show you a photo of my friend Angel. He's on the photo right now. If you see, I'll show you right now who he is. So you can see this is him. He's much older than me. He's been an SNS fan. He's not a master of the fighting games, but he participates on certain tournaments and certain items. He dominates most of this fighting game. That's his favorite genre, the fighting games. So I'm gonna leave his link of his channel. His channel code is Dan Knox. That's his username. So I'll leave the link down below his channel and his video. He made a video of Killer Instinct and probably gonna get a kick out of it. He has dominated the ultimate, the fatalities, and the ultras much quicker than I am. So if you want to see it, it's on the links down below or in the suggestion that you see there on the left. So anyways, I'm gonna left the video right now with him playing a bit of Killer Instinct on a event that I was with him. So you see him in action on Killer Instinct. It's very short, it's not that long, but you see him dominated the game. I was recording there and I happened to show him. So I'm gonna leave the video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like, and click the bell for more content if you desire. As always, don't miss the next episode. So I'm gonna leave you my friendly land right now. Roll it.
Te quedan.